Hey guys, AnimeWestReacts here. This is gonna reaction to One Piece chapter 1100 turn to 9 1109 chapter 1109 titled Termination. So yeah, we're getting back into this. We got a cover story, Submerged Onigashima. So yeah, stop doing these because the streams had gotten a strike on one, so I'm gonna try just uploading a different thumbnail and see what happens. But yeah, a message to the world. So we ended that last chapter off. I have been reading it. So yeah, we ended the last chapter with Vegapunk sending a message to the world. And so it says Stella is this wise, and this is Zaza. And it says, even if you set the broadcast to start suddenly, it may not work. What do you mean, Shaka? We're counting too much on people being ready to receive and relay this. You know how it is with information. Agencies always spread the news all around the world by the next day. You think so, but what if someone intercepts or censors our message? You're right. Any suggestions? And then you got someone yelling, where's the broadcast coming from? And it says it's coming from every ship's transponder snail. This is what the Marines are saying. And then Vegapunk is saying we could piggyback off the Navy's comms traffic. And then one of them yells, cut the comms, or cut the connection. And then another yells, that's the thing, we can't. And then the message says, that would allow us to force a worldwide constant broadcast with our signal strength at maximum. And it says, I see, or the message says, I see that'll make it possible for anyone with a transponder snail to receive our initial voice message. But they'll still need a while to prepare their visual transponder snails. And he says the time to set that up will vary from place to place. And then the message says let's take an interval of 1 hour. And Saturn's thinking, what are you planning to say, Vegapunk? It's like he's got his hand on his face. And then we see Nami, Usopp, and Chopper. And then Usopp just says nothing. Nami or Chopper says, that's Vegapunk, right? Yeah, it's Nami. And the message says, an hour, that's too long. Don't you realize what will happen in that time? And Chopper says, where is it coming from? Why now? And then, the message continues. There are people who won't be pleased when we start this broadcast. They may find a way to terminate it before we finish. And then Vegapunk says, fair point. In that case, let's set the interval to 10 minutes. And that says, Vegapunk, that's your voice, right? Hey. And he's just like, eyes are closed and his tongue is all drooping. And he says, people of the world. And Saturn seems to have a reaction. That we go over to Mary Joa. He says, what is this transmission? What is the meaning of this? That's what people are saying. And it says, Saturn, have you dealt with Vegapunk? Is what we hear. And it says, Kizaru delivered a killing blow. I saw it myself. He should be dead. And the Goro saying, could he have set up a dead man switch that this message would play upon the death of his main body? That seems likely. And it says, we have no way of knowing what he will say. And I forgot all their names already, but yeah, Jupiter, it's like planets. Mars, Jupiter, something like that. Forget. I have to go back and look because I forgot all their names. Saturn, Mars, and Jupiter are the ones I remember. But yeah, one of them says, if we can just pinpoint the source of the broadcast, the only location that seems plausible is the labo stratum on Egghead, but it's currently protected by that barrier of his. And then the message says, what should we do for the remaining 9.5 minutes? We could go inventing. There's so much to do. How about coffee? How about some coffee? And we go to Dressrosa. And some of the citizens are saying, did you hear that? This is Dr. Vegapunk we're talking about. If he's trying to tell the entire world something, it must be a big deal. Get a visual transponder snail out here. Put up a screen. Hurry, we only have 10 minutes. Oh, we see Rebecca. There, yeah, we see the Totadas. Says, the wise man Luffy land kidnapped. What's happening? And Rebecca saying, don't tell me that you guys trusted another bad article about Lucy. And it says, message says, I could also calculate the probability of interference happening. And Kuro says, we got the video ready. Is that Vegapunk? And over to Fuchsia Village in the East Blue. Well, the villagers say, what's this all about? I thought it was just gonna be more news bad-mouthing Luffy. And he goes, whoop slap, saying, a visual transponder snail, if only the village had one. How about it, Mayor? Who's gonna pay for that? Raising it wouldn't be free, you know. I think it's raising it wouldn't be free, you know. Isn't having audio enough? Water 7. So yeah, so we got like, wake up. This can't be good. And so Alice, huh? You see Iceberg, what he looks like now. And he says, yeah, Alice, prepare to screen the message. And Alice says, yes, Mr. President. It's already playing in the room next door. Screens for each dock are also being prepared. It's my nighttime, but considering the importance of this event, a summons has been issued notifying all citizens to be at a screen within 10 minutes. Is there anything else? Okay, we got over the World Economic Journal. Says, what's with this feed? It's being replayed through Navy frequencies, but it's unscripted or unencrypted, I think is what it says, yeah. And then Vivi says, where are Luffy and the others? And then, yeah, Morgan says, don't be a ditz, look at the clock in the background. That isn't the current time at Egghead. This must have been pre-recorded. After all, the Buster Call is bound to have reduced Silent to a sea of flames by now. Over to the West Blue. So this is Dr. Vegapunk in the flesh. I've heard his mind was a cut above the rest, but this isn't what I expected, so yeah. Literally a cut above the rest. North Blue. See the old man. And he says, the man who lit up the world. South Blue got saying nothing. Or, yeah. I guess the message isn't saying anything, but yeah. Says he's going through all that trouble. What does he want the world to know? It might be the invention of the century or something. Might be the invention of the century or something. And Kamabaka says, yeah. It'll take 10 minutes to brew the coffee. I won't get a sip in, yeah. And yeah, so I see the probability of interference in this time frame is something relatively low, I think is what it says. And we got Ivankov saying, what is Vegapunk up to now? More importantly, has he lost his head? Koala says, so that's Dr. Vegapunk's. Or, that's the Dr. Vegapunk everyone's always talking about. Morley says, quite the man to do this in the middle of a crisis. Dragon remembering what Shaka said, I think I'll be dead soon. And then, yeah, Egghead. Got Luffy. He says, looks like my punches don't damage you. And then, yeah, he, got Kizaru with the laser eyes. But yeah, Luffy then dodges Saturn, trying to attack with his leg. And like a little tentacly move, Luffy just falls backwards while holding Kizaru, it looks like, or something. Yeah, okay. So Vegapunk, or not Vegapunk, but Saturn goes to stab Luffy with his leg, and Kizaru shoots at him with his eyes, lasers from his eyes, and Luffy dodges both of them by like falling backwards and throwing his legs up in the air. And then yeah, he says, I'm not letting you two run off. Not till I'm sure my friends have escaped. And he says, gum gum. Booming Dawn. And then yeah, he smacks Kizaru and Saturn together like that. Like claps them together. Arms are like giant and they're both like squished flat. And then he says, what, yeah. And he says, since you keep getting better no matter what, I'll send you flying for good. And so yeah, he like spins him on his finger and then throws him. And then, yeah, some of the Navy are like, he threw something. And they're like, And then, yeah, Saturn goes crashing into a ship. Luffy is laughing and says, ship. And then, yeah, it comes, yeah, Saturn comes like flying back at him like a frisbee pretty much. After Luffy threw him, he like, see Saturn's still flat, but he's like spinning. He spins and comes back. And Luffy's like, huh? What's it gonna take to keep you down? And then, yeah, Kizaru is the one that hit the ship, I guess. So, yeah. And then, yeah, they say, Kizaru-san, what in the world happened to you? Are you alright? And then Admiral and Kizaru is just laying on the ship with his arm over his face and huffing and puffing. It says, there's no time, Saturn. We can't allow Vegapunk to speak freely. It's like hearing them in his head, I guess, or something like that. They can like seemingly telepathically communicate. And then yeah, I guess Saturn attacks Luffy with all of his legs. Luffy says, whoa. And says, that was close. And then yeah, giants say, there it is. This is our, yeah. I guess they were led to the ship, or yeah. Well, the giant says, there it is. This is our ship. I hope Vegapunk and the others are all right. Because, yeah, they're carrying the people they got. Frankie and them, I think. And then Vegapunk says, I shall perform the summoning. And then they say, very well. And you hear zapping noises, and it's like, what the hell? Black lightning. And then, yeah, there's like all these portals appearing around Saturn. And Luffy's like, what's going on? And then, yeah, Sanji says, what the hell? It's just like when the spider geezer appeared, and it says, the planets are aligning. So, yeah, hope y'all enjoyed this video. Or Saturn, I keep trying to call it Vegapunk for whatever reason, is summoning the Gorosei. I learned that they can speak telepathically, apparently, which is interesting. But yeah, hope y'all enjoyed this video. If you did, then like it, share it, sub the channel, all that. And I'll see y'all later. Bye.